Shameless Season 3 episode review video. Before I get into that, though, pretty important. If you are caught up to the point where I am at rewatching or watching Shameless, or you're just not entirely sure, then you definitely need to take the initiative and pay attention to the episode's title, which of course Sal mentioned as well as put in the description for you. If that happens to be the case and you're not caught up, it would be my recommendation that you don't watch this video any further to avoid any potential spoilers. And while I never did episode reviews of Shameless on this channel when the show was airing, I did, however, do a Shameless series finale rant video. So, if you've seen every single episode of Shameless, all 11 seasons, and want to jump ahead a bit and see my rant regarding the finale that was Shameless, click right here with about 20 seconds left to go in the video. It'll be the end screen. You'll be able to check that video out and hear my thoughts ahead of time. This will be Shameless Season 3, Episode 7. The title of this episode is called A Long Way From Home. And this will be my review, reaction, recap after just finishing watching the episode. We have Fiona looking around the house, and she's obviously missing the kids. She tells Jimmy to get new locks, as Frank is not allowed in the house anymore. Checking in on Carl and Liam's new place, the TV has the parental controls locked, so Carl's only allowed to watch like educational stuff and like cartoons, and that's not good for him. And now it's time for Carl's bath. Yes, they make Carl bathe and brush his teeth. He must be just so miserable. Mama Kamala makes the kids make jewelry, and as much for the amount of jewelry that they make, she'll give them food, tickets for food. Frank is drinking at the Alibi and says the courts will never take his kids away from him. Fiona gets advice from a lawyer on how to get the kids back, and he's occasionally a pro bono lawyer, and he gave Fiona advice this time just because she pestered him as he was trying to get on the elevator. Jody wants to hang himself for pleasure. That's another story. Frank wants chips from AA, but he isn't getting one as he hasn't been sober for 30 minutes, let alone 30 days. I think had that backwards. I was going to put hasn't been sober for 30 days, let alone 30 minutes. Timmy Wong wants Jaime as he never gave up parental rights. It's his mom that really wants Jaime. Fiona is going to go through great lengths to get the custody of the kids. Fiona even tells V she needs a body to get the kids back. A dead body. It's time to officially make Aunt Ginger dead. Sheila does end up giving Jaime to Timmy and his mom. Doing this, of course, really, really upsets Sheila. Jimmy makes his way back to Estefania to meet with the immigration people as they make random checkups. So he has like a route to get to the house to be there as soon as he can. But obviously Fiona and the kids are taking up a lot of his time as well. Fiona tells Frank she wants Frank to give up his parental rights. Frank sees that Monica had signed the form, as Fiona had got real good at forging Monica's signature over the years. Debbie puts Benadryl in Mama Kamala's drink. And Mandy and Lip go to visit Carl and Ian. Did I say Ian? Carl and Liam. All these kids, I can't keep them straight. Yes, Carl and Liam. Sheila tells Frank Jody is out of control and that Frank had warned her that this would happen. Debbie actually puts glue, except I put clue, on Mama Kamala's eyes because she brags about always seeing everything, and then she leaves Mama Kamala's place. Estefania needs Jimmy to finish her off, so she gets in touch with him on another night just to have her get off by him, as the person that was at the house wasn't doing it, or the apartment, the penthouse, whatever you want to call it, for Estefania. It wasn't working out. They bring the dead body to the Gallagher house. It smells awful, of course. Debbie comes home to pig out on food as she wasn't getting very many tickets for the amount of jewelry that she was making for Mama Kamala. Fiona cuts the big toe off of the dead body as Aunt Ginger apparently had a missing big toe. And then Frank and Sheila have an intervention for Jody, and Tommy is also there for support. Tommy, one of the patrons at the alibi place. Fiona tells Frank Aunt Ginger has died, and Frank asks, "What did you do?" Sheila's hears someone in the house and goes downstairs to investigate. It's Karen. Sheila is so happy to see her annoying teenage daughter. Lip goes to file a will for Aunt Ginger and finds out one's already been filed. Karen gives an apology to Sheila for things she said to Sheila in the past, and it was actually a really touching moment. I almost started to tear up, and I'm not really sure why, but it was just touching. I guess good performances by the actresses that were in the scenes. Fiona gives a great speech to the judge, and the judge kind of pulls her aside in his quarters, and she tells the judge she's prepared to take care of the kids. And Fiona does become the guardian of the kids, but they're still Frank's kids. Everyone comes back home. Jimmy doesn't want this, as he never was asked if this is what he wants, so he doesn't look very happy. And then there's a mid-credits scene of Karen walking in on Jody blowing himself. And that's what ends the episode. So pretty good stuff here. I liked a lot of the stuff, and again, the touching moment, the reunion between Karen and Sheila, and Karen actually not being psychotic. She's being normal for once, which is very strange for that character. So I'm going to give this episode a 9.1 out of 10. My female character of the episode, I mean, I could go lots of different ways with this. Fiona, just because she was so determined to get her brothers and sisters back. And the male character of the episode, I'm actually going to give this one to Frank, because he put on a show in front of the judge too, but the judge knew he was being a pathological liar and saw right through it. But he had me sold on his performance. So you've heard what I have to say. Now, of course, it's your turn. Don't forget to click right here to see my Shameless series finale rant, if you've watched every single episode of Shameless. If you want to help out the channel and help me out with the YouTube algorithm, make sure you Hulk smash that like button, especially if you're a Shameless fan. Share the video with anybody you know. Put this video on any one of your social media platforms. Don't forget to sound off in the comment section about what your thoughts are on this episode of Shameless. What would you score the episode? And whom would be your male and female characters of the episode if you had to choose? If you want to talk about your favorite moment. I must say that end credits scene of Jody blowing himself was pretty fucking funny because of Karen's, cynical reaction. And then last but certainly not least, don't forget to hit that sub button. Subscribe to the channel. You're already watching the video anyway. Join the team. Show your damn support and be a part of something special. Click here to watch my Shameless series finale rant video if you've watched every single episode of Shameless. And JDev most certainly will return.